Hi, and welcome to this week's Thrive in 5. This week we're talking about Search Engine 101. And really it's Google 101 because Google's where most of the action is. So I want to give you a sense of what this is. I talk to a lot of people, and when it comes right down to it, there's a lot of misunderstanding about how search engines work and how this results page actually works and what are all the pieces of it. So I want to give you a quick overview of what it looks like and what it means. So I'm just using a random Google search result here, drawn in incredibly beautiful formatting, and you're going to love this. But the Google search engine, and you always find there's a space up there, and I didn't do the first box, I just did the second box. So the search term goes in there. The search term you put in there obviously gets a response to it. And I'm going to lay out the different pieces. When you do a search, that keyword term is processed through the search engine machinery, the algorithms as they're called, and what comes back are three unique variables in terms of the results. The first variable are the paid links, and you can generally tell those at the top of a Google page because there's a slight yellow background or sometimes a slight pink, and there's often 1, 2, or 3 search results right near the top, and then they go down often the right hand side of the page. So those are paid search results. You only get there if you run AdWords. So the AdWords campaign is what makes this work. The positioning where you rank in these things is related to a combination of how much you're willing to bid and your actual effectiveness there, or the quality of what you're doing there. So your position there is always based on being paid to be there, and it's paid not so much to get there, it's paid when somebody clicks you. So that's what's happening in that location. The next location, and these are now often blended together, but there's 2 more variables. The first one is what's called an organic search result. And an organic search result is one that comes from the search engine unrelated to local. So there's the organic search result, and then there's the local search result. The local search result only comes if this search term has what Google considers local intent. And so if there's local intent in this keyword term, or you actually use a city name or a town name or something like that, then this block will possibly show up. So these links look a lot like these. The only difference is there's a pin here and there's often an address. And those relate to the map. And so this comes from what is now called Google plus local, and Google plus local drives the map listings. These are really important. There's a lot of searches that are happening with local intent. More than 60% of all searches are apparently local in nature, so it's really important that you understand that you have to be there. And then the organic listings and what happens in these other ones that don't have a pin on them are actually a function of another whole set of algorithms that determine the rank of your page. You don't just show up in Google because you have a website. You show up in these organic rankings when the page on your site responds to the search term that is used. And there are a number of factors, and we're going to talk about that in our next Thrive in 5. How do you rank on these organic rankings? And we'll explain that a little bit more. But what's important for you to know now is the paid listings here and here. You've got to pay to get clicks. Here is organic listings. You have to actually do stuff on your website to get a result. Here, you have to actually engage in the Google plus local network to actually be here, but you have to have a physical location, a mail location, and then Google has to basically agree that you fit based on the search term, that it's local intent, and that there is some way to find you physically in a local setting. Those are the different criteria in terms of what happens in a search result. And if you understand that, then you understand that each of these areas has a different methodology to actually rank in them. Your goal is not to be on the 10th page, and you'll notice at the bottom of a search result, there's multiple pages. Your goal is most often to be on this first page. I hope that helps. You've got the knowledge. Now you got to go do something with it. We'll talk to you next time.